If you didn't get to see Free Guy this summer, just let me sum it up as easily as I can. Imagine if Ready Player One's video game world was as wholesome as the Lego Movie with a sprinkle of Deadpool and Thor Ragnarok style humor.
My name is Guy.
Oh, he's named Guy, like the movie's title.
That's pretty clever, is it?
As fun as the movie was to watch, it actually seems like it may have been even more fun to film. So obviously everyone's favorite part of Free Guy was that cameo with Chris Evans.
Language.
Well, this very nearly didn't happen. For one, the usage of Captain America's shield wasn't a sure thing. 20th Century Fox and Disney were merging into one super company, and they weren't sure they'd get permission. Disney loved the idea and allowed them to put as many Marvel references as they wanted. Then, getting Evans was the priority. Luckily, he was also in Boston filming his series Defending Jacob. Ryan Reynolds sent Evans a message that basically said, "I'm a Hollywood actor, you're a Hollywood actor, wanna be in my movie?" Evans loved the idea, but only had a small window to film the cameo. They worked around his schedule, and the rest is history. If they do end up making a sequel, I would love it if they did the exact same scene with Anthony Mackie getting offended instead. Ryan Reynolds is the king of viral marketing.
A huge fan.
Oh, stop it. Come on,
No,
stop it.
seriously. Massive.
That's it?
I mean, he was able to make us all laugh at the devil dating 2020 in that one online dating commercial. That was even better than the time he cast the infamous Peloton girl for his aviation gin company. Well, Free Guy was another opportunity to show off his skills. He had several videos that made fun of how much more critically acclaimed Jodie Comer is compared to him, a video where Taika Waititi and Ryan pretended they weren't in Green Lantern, and even one where Korg and Deadpool watched one of the Free Guy trailers. I really think they should just skip the movie part and sell tickets for 2 hours of Ryan Reynolds making dozens of these videos anthology style. Hey, I'd pay to see it. Jodie Comer is already a legendary actress known for roles in critically acclaimed projects like Killing Eve, The White Princess, and even more recently, The Last Duel. So, a silly video game movie like Free Guy is a big right turn for the BAFTA award-winning actress. Turns out that she was a natural. Comer did a lot of training for the role and ended up performing a lot of her own stunts. This was pretty vital because there's that whole Stash House fight that's pretty much just about proving how awesome she is. Mission accomplished. So, obviously, her time in the Marvel Cinematic Universe is inevitable. Ryan Reynolds loves to make fun of everyone and everything in his movies.
I like him. You have a Disney Plus show, don't you, face?
All of his films feature his razor-sharp wit targeting other celebrities, film franchises, or characters in the movie itself.
If you had one shot, one opportunity to seize everything that you ever wanted in one moment, would you capture it?
Was that Eminem?
The one thing Reynolds loves to make fun of more than anything else, though? Ryan Reynolds himself. While Free Guy may not have had as many clear references to his career as the Deadpool films do, it may have had the most references to his personal life. There are Easter eggs advertising his other films, one that pokes fun at his aviation gin company, and even a picture of his real-life daughter. By far the best reference to his real life is the scene where an avatar dressed as his wife Blake Lively's character from Gossip Girl kicks him right between the legs. You just know that's her favorite scene in the movie. I do have to say, I was disappointed that this video game-based movie didn't even have one Detective Pikachu joke. It was right there, guys. This movie seems like the most relaxed filming environment humanly possible. So it's kind of surprising that actors Jodie Comer and Joe Keery discussed how stressful filming the movie was. Instead of the usual problems with co-stars, difficult material, or intense location shoots, both of their problems with the film had to do with how much fun everyone else was. Keery said that despite his Stranger Things success, he was extremely intimidated to work alongside the likes of Ryan Reynolds. Apparently, he was really nervous the whole time and even requested that his in-game avatar be given extra muscles. Comer also struggled with some of her scenes with a legendary co-star. She said that working with Taika Waititi was incredibly difficult because she had to pretend to loathe him despite the fact that he was one of the most fun actors that she's ever met. Apparently, there are so many outtakes where Waititi was just cracking people up that there's enough footage for a whole other movie. Yeah, I feel real sorry for how difficult that working environment was for them. In 2020, we tragically lost the legendary host of Jeopardy, Alex Trebek. This was quite the hit in a year that was already considered to be the worst thing since the Whedon cut of Justice League. We're obviously making light of the situation, but we're very sad that we lost him. Replacing Trebek as the host of Jeopardy has proven to be a nightmare. They literally fired one of his replacements within a month of his announcement. Luckily, there was one ray of sunshine for all of us Jeopardy fans out there. Trebek filmed his final appearance as a surprise cameo in Free Guy. This would be like Marvel releasing an extra Stan Lee cameo in their next Avengers movie that they were saving for a special occasion. I can dream, can't I? The Disney-Fox merger was a very complicated thing. While Disney was happy to acquire projects like the X-Men franchise, they also had to deal with unfortunate projects like the end of the X-Men franchise. Dark Phoenix and the New Mutants were both big disappointments all around. Free Guy was actually one of the better films to come out of this gray area while the companies were busy making a super company. It's one of the first and only films that was part of both studios, as it started its life as a Fox project only to be released by Disney. You can clearly see this reflected in the final project, which features a ton of references to other 20th Century Fox movies, while also featuring lightsabers and plenty of shoutouts to the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
That was dope.
Honestly, it's kind of surprising that there wasn't a scene where avatars that looked suspiciously like Homer Simpson and Mickey Mouse weren't seen hanging out together. This movie had a distinctly Ryan Reynolds flair to it. Not only is that because he starred in almost every scene, but he also had quite a lot of input into the film's story. For instance, the movie was originally going to have Guy be jaded with the world of Free City, instead of the over-the-top happy attitude literally everyone in town had.
Mondays, am I right, Joe?
You said it, guy.
Reynolds suggested he start the movie in a more positive light, which was definitely the right call. Not only that, but he was also the one who came up with the final boss of the film, Dude. Now, they actually created Dude by filming a bodybuilder performing as the character with Ryan's face plastered over it. I was kind of hoping that Reynolds managed to put on like 300 spare pounds of muscle for the role, but evidently that's too much work. The design of Free City was something of a challenge. Not only did they have to design the city for the film itself, but the in-film game sequences. There was a debate over what kind of aesthetic they should go with. Too much of a photorealistic style wasn't quite working, so they went with a mix of the styles of two games, a lot like Free City itself. Basically, if you took the chaotic sandbox world of Grand Theft Auto Online and mixed it with the rampant silliness of Fortnite, you get the look of Free City. Now, I just need them to actually make the game for real. Free Guy is a movie all about the one video game character who is actually a nice guy instead of all the trigger-happy maniacs out there. It turns out that the casting of this movie was absolutely perfect to get the message across. It seems like every day we get a new report of an actor being really aggressive on set. From Shia LaBeouf actually punching Tom Hardy in Lawless, to Christian Bale losing his mind on the set of Terminator Salvation, to Johnny Depp's behavior on City of Lies getting the film delayed for years. It seems like famous actors can make the worst co-workers. Then there's a guy like Ryan Reynolds, who, just like his character in Free Guy, is apparently a joy to work with. According to the VFX team, who had to work extensively with the actors to create their digital in-game avatars, Reynolds is incredibly accommodating and professional. It's not every day that you hear that a Hollywood actor is nicer than his public persona. There are rumors that Disney wants a Free Guy too.
Make it original? Why would I do that when I can make a sequel?
I'm 100% on board with this idea, but what about Deadpool 3? Come on, Disney. Deadpool 2 came out in 2018, which feels like 30 years ago. At least give way to Christmas special or something.
Miracles.